Everybody, Will here at PayCrete LLP. I've just set up my new company here and I'm kind of working my way through the progress here as far as starting up my use of PayCrete. I've entered a few employees, I've entered a few jobs, I've entered tasks, job types, and expenses. Now I'm going to figure out how to use the time clock, the most important part of all. So let's go to time here. We'll click here on time. You'll see a couple rows here beneath that, one called time clock, another time cards, and another run payroll. So let's start with time clock here. We'll click on that. Now again, I'm logged in as myself here, John Doe, so it'll say John, clock your crew in. So this could be your employee Rick, or this could be your employee Joe logging in, and it would say Joe, clock your crew in. So here we have John's hot list. Now I've selected myself as my own manager, so I have myself here. Now if I were to set any other employees as being managed by John Doe, they would show here on my hot list. So say your company has dozens or many employees, you would want to have a short hot list here of employees that show up underneath a manager. So every time John logs in, it's very easy to find his crew. So right now, I'm clocked out. It says clocked out. Joe is clocked out, and Rick is clocked out. So if I want to clock myself and Rick in here, and we're going to pick a job. So I'm going to select a job here. I have Bub's Burgers in here as a job right now. We're going to head to this job. Now I'm going to choose a task. Pretty simple. Right now I have 3 tasks to pick from. I have jackhammering, pouring, and trucking. So let's go ahead and pick pouring. We're going to go here and pour some concrete at the Bub's Burger project. Now it says transfer / clock in. Now what that is that's basically clocking in at wherever you're going. So it could be the middle of the day, or it could be right in the morning. So if it's the middle of the day and myself and Rick are going to move to a different job, I would select that different job. I would select what task I'm going to do, and by clicking transfer or clock in, it will transfer my hours immediately from the job I'm leaving to the job I'm going to. So let's say it's the morning. I'm just getting here. It says I'm clocked out. It says Rick is clocked out. I've picked my job. I've picked my task. Now I click clock in, and it says directions to my job. So now if I click there, it should take me to the address that the management put in there for the job. So if you're a manager or an owner, it's advised to put a correct address in for your jobs so your employees can get there, so they can get quick and easy directions to the job here. Just again, this is my page here, but your employees will look just the same. On their time clock, it will say Rick or Joe or John, clock your crew in. It'll have directions to their current job. Now it'll say my name and Rick's name. It says they're at Bub's Burgers and they're pouring concrete. Now they're in at 7:32 p.m. So let's say that Joe needs to get clocked in. So we'll click him. We'll select him right here, and we'll pick a job. Let's say he's going to go to Bub's Burgers also, but he's going to be doing something different. He's trucking today. So we'll get him clocked in. Now you can see what job everybody is at, what task they're doing, and what time they were in at. So this is down to the minute. Now if you want to clock anybody out, you select your employees, or multiple, or just one at a time. Say you want to clock everybody out, you simply select those that are clocking out and click clock out. That would be at the end of the day, or say you're clocking out for an extended lunch or a rain delay, so you would just click clock out, and that is all. So we'll leave everybody clocked in right now for a moment. Actually, let's go ahead and clock out. Let's clock everyone out. Now we're going to go over to time. Now let's say we want to see time cards. So we know how to work the time clock. Now let's look at time cards. So here is where you're going to see your employees time card. So it's going to say employee, their in time, their out time, what task they were doing, on what job, and their locations, where they clocked in and where they clocked out by their phone, tracking their location at those very moments. So here we can, let's just go with myself, John Doe. Let's say today's hours. So we'll select today's time card. You can select multiple days if you need to. Now let's build the card. Now we show here that John Doe was in on the 13th at 7:32 and out at 7:34. They were pouring, and he was at this job. And there's a link to a map. I can click that, and it will show the location of where they clocked in at. Now the map link for the clock out location will map where they clocked out at. Now they do have the option to turn the location services off on their device, so we suggest you remind your employees to leave that on if that is pertinent information to your company. Remind your employees to leave their location settings on for PayCrete to accurately track their location. So this is the time card page here. Again, you can do this with any employee. Let's go to Rick's time card. Again, in time, out time, task, and job all right here, along with the map location of where they clocked in, where they clocked out. So that's pretty much it here. And thanks for stopping in.